Alright guys and gals, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to give you guys my personal list of what I think is the top 10 big wheel to build in 2023. I may update this list over time, but this is from our experience over the last couple of years. Now, it's no secret, our big wheels have become extremely popular. People just love these big fat tires. They roll over the bumps. They give you basically added suspension, and it brings them back to a time like this commercial right here where guys are ripping the original Honda Fat Cat. What an amazing bike. We basically named this after the big wheel, but we've done a lot of Honda builds. All right guys, let's get into number 10, KTM 690. This was a fun build. If you want the biggest, the baddest, the heaviest, the most expensive big wheel, this is one of them. Now, we built this bike for a customer. We were not too keen on doing it at first until we started working on it, and it was very possible. It actually felt really good riding it. It's a solid bike. I would not recommend taking this on a motocross track. This is definitely an enduro street bike, maybe some light trail riding. But overall, it's just a very heavy bike, guys. But we did really enjoy building it. Now, I know you guys are thinking, really, number 9 for the KX450? Well, guys, that's because there's so many other awesome bikes. But anyway, guys, Bike FAB did an awesome review on their kit. So I'm actually going to put a link in the description to their video, and I'm going to insert some clips of what they had to say.
What do you think?
It just floats right on top of the sand. It's awesome.
Would you recommend this bike, this kit for anybody else?
Yes, I would. Yep, the BVC boys, they make a quality kit.
I agree.
Number 8, the Honda CR250. Now, in this video, guys, we've got a 2001 Honda CR250. We make these for 2000 up to 2007 currently, but we are working on older years because, guys, this makes an awesome big wheel. Now, the original aluminum chassis that Honda created on the CR250 was very stiff, kind of hard to ride, but for me personally, as a big wheel, it actually softened the chassis up, and you can pick these bikes up super cheap. They handle decent. Throw the big tires on it. You're ready to attack the rocks, the sand, the gravel, all the fun stuff. Enjoy these video clips. This is definitely one of my favorite big wheel builds that we have completed in the last couple of years. It's also one of our best selling big wheel kits. The Honda CRF125F RL. Now, I used to be a diehard KTM fan for the enduro bikes, but Honda has absolutely killed it on this bike. It's pretty much the go anywhere bike. We've tested it on the street, we've tested it out in the desert, we've tested it in rough terrain. This is definitely one of our, I'd say, most popular full-size big wheel kits other than the 300L for an enduro bike. It goes together easy, it rides really nice, and let's face it, guys, Honda reliability, this bike is just super reliable. Number 6, the Yamaha YZ250. Now in this video, you're going to notice this bike does have the steel frame. I believe this was like a 2004. But guys, you can't beat the Yamaha YZ250. I do personally like it a little bit better than the CR250. I think it just handles a little bit better. You gotta love that Yamaha suspension. Now this definitely is the modern version of a 2-stroke big wheel. You can buy these bikes cheap, they're easy to build, and they're fun to ride. I have to give the number 5 spot to the Honda CRF125. Now this was a recent build for us. We just finished this kit up a few months ago. They're already selling, they're super popular, guys love them. And this is the one that is actually very close to the original Honda Fat Cat. I'm gonna insert a couple pictures at the end of this, and you're gonna see how close this chassis is to the original Honda Fat Cat. Handlebar height is pretty much the same. The overall size is very, very close. But overall, guys, if you want a small trail bike for your wife or even for yourself just to rip, this is it. It's super easy to ride. It's not high horsepower. It's very confidence inspiring. Overall, it's a cheap, fun big wheel that you can get into affordably. There's a ton of these things out in the market. Number 4, the Honda CRF110. Guys, if I could have, I would have made this number 1, but I feel like you got to have a big bike and a small bike. This is the ultimate fun pit bike. You add big tires to the CRF110 or even the KLX110, let's not forget that. You have yourself the funnest little pit bike to ride. Ride this thing out in the sand, the rocks, the ruts, just go anywhere with it. This has been one of our absolute best sellers. This thing almost took over my whole shop. We've sold so many of these kits for these bikes. They're a freaking blast. We've got dealers all over the country. If you want yourself a CRF 110 big wheel, hit up one of those dealers or hit us up directly. We'll get you set up. This is by far, I'd say, one of my favorite builds we've ever done. All right, guys, my number 3 pick is the KTM 300 2-stroke. You can't beat these bikes, guys. If you own one of these, you know how awesome they are. The suspension is super plush. The brakes are absolutely amazing, as you can see in this clip right here. And overall, it's just one of the easiest bikes to own. It has oil injection, transfer port injection, electric start. If you're a KTM fan and you want a modern day KTM big wheel, I highly recommend checking into this bike. We also do kits for the 4-stroke models, but if you're a 2-stroke lover, definitely don't miss out on this bike. It's an absolute blast to ride, guys. I've got nothing but good things to say about it. Number 2, the Yamaha YZ450. Guys, this is the modern day Yamaha big wheel. This is the ultimate big wheel. If you want to build a bike that brings back those memories of having your Yamaha big wheel, this is it, guys. This is the ultimate bike right here. Handling, suspension, looks. This is the complete package. Number 1 for me, the Honda CRF450R. This is also the number 1 pick for many of our customers. Now in this video clip, you can see we teamed up with Blake Wharton. He's a previous pro supercross racer. He actually grew up riding big wheels himself, so he was very excited to test this bike with us. Now, a lot of you guys don't know, but BVC Big Wheels did actually start with a Honda CRF450. This was the older chassis. This was the first like 2002, 2003 chassis that we started with. Even that, guys, makes a great CRF450 big wheel. Now, we make kits from the first bike up to the 2023. We've got guys all over the world ripping these bikes. Now, in these clips right here, I'm riding the original big wheel back in the northeast woods of upstate New York, testing it on the ruts and the rocks and the bumps. The thing just performed awesome. This is where it all started. So these are clips from a couple years ago now. But overall, guys, this is one of my favorite bikes.
You gotta be a man to ride it. You don't ride a BVC big wheel, you mob on it. You're straight mobbing. So, you know, getting a group of your guy friends, well, that sounds weird, doesn't it? That is guy friends, what is this? Get a group of your friends, you go to the track, you know, you get 2 or 3 of these big wheels, it'd be a blast. You know, and that's really what it's about. It's fun, it's a variation of what we already love. We love motorcycles, that's what we're here doing, you know. The question we came here to answer today is, does it moto? And yes, the answer is, it does moto. The BVC Honda 450 big wheel motos.